Welcome, distinguished viewers, to another episode of What Brooke Saw, where I share wellness resources so that you and the people that you care about can thrive mentally, socially, and financially. On today's episode, we're talking about how to cope with the isolation that has become our new normal and the phenomenon known as touch hunger. What is it? Why we're more likely to experience it if we've been doing our part to stop the spread of COVID-19, and what we can do about it. So what is touch hunger? Well, touch hunger, also known as skin hunger, touch deprivation, or touch starvation, is a condition in which the body and the mind is negatively affected by a lack of physical contact with another living being for a prolonged period of time. And we're not just talking about sensual touch, but also appropriate platonic touch as well. Things like handshakes, high fives, hugs, back slaps, all those things count towards feeling connected to one another. I learned about this condition a couple weeks back when I was feeling particularly irritable and agitated and anxious and really just unmotivated to do a lot of the day-to-day mundane things. And I thought at first that I was just, kind of experiencing a depressive episode or just kind of down, having an off day. Then I did some research and I was like, I came across this article that talked about skin hunger. And I was like, yeah, it's a thing. And so I was like, you know what? Actually, that makes perfect sense when you think about it. We are human beings. We are communal. We are social creatures. And absolutely, we are meant to live in community. And when we don't feel that, it feels like a visceral feeling of rejection and loneliness and isolation. And it feels horrible. No way to get around it. It feels awful. But there is a way that we can actually combat it. And even though we are living rather distant from each other right now, we're quarantining or we're socially distancing, we're working remotely, a lot of us, we are, far away from friends and family and not able to come and go as regularly as we'd like, right? So of course, we're going to feel this negative decline in touch, and it's going to have consequences. So now that we know what touch hunger is, what can we do about it? Well, for starters, you want to prioritize touch where you can get it. So if you are living with other people, loved ones, roommates, or you have children or pets, you want to prioritize appropriate touch, right? So give them hugs when you greet them after a long day, or high five your roommates, or sit closer to, a loved one on the couch when you're watching Netflix and chilling, Another option, if you live alone or aren't able to get all that human interaction right now, there are a couple of things that you can do. Number one, you can prioritize getting things like massages or getting your nails done. Those things can help stimulate those touch receptors in the body. Another thing that you can do is you can use texture and temperature on your side. So things like warm fuzzy blankets, comfortable clothing, warm baths, getting a nice mug of hot tea or coffee, wrap your hands around it that way. Those things all simulate touch, and they can help combat those acute feelings of loneliness and of touch deprivation. That's really cool, right? The fact that we can do something about this condition. It may not be a complete solve, but just know that you are not alone, that everyone is experiencing a sharp decline in their, everyday comings and goings. Their social circles are kind of limited at the moment, and that's okay. We're going to get through it together. So now that we know what touch hunger is, now that we know what we can do about it, I would love to continue this conversation in the comments section. So are you experiencing touch hunger? I know that sounded really much like one of those prescription drug commercials. Like, are you experiencing loneliness, having trouble sleeping? I didn't mean it like that. But I really want to know if you're experiencing this condition and if any of the suggestions that I've made might be something that you'd like to try. So go ahead and like this video, comment below how you're experiencing this phenomenon, if you're experiencing this phenomenon, and if you are interested in any of the suggestions that I made. And then also make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more wellness resources like this. Until next video, I'll talk to you later. Bye.